Happy early holidays, everyone. A couple of days until Christmas. I thought I'd make this as my Christmas episode. We're going to crank up the Cutlass for the last time before winter. Got to take her and get stay-bill put in her. Wow. Full. Oh, I just had an oil change done not too long ago, so... Yeah, you ticked at that. But, gonna start her up today, let her idle, take her to the gas station. Of course, I'll use the tripod for you guys and give you another ride along in the 71 Olds. But, hope you guys are having a good start to your holiday season. I know I am. And I'm gonna miss this old girl. It's already been, what, almost a month and a week since I cranked her up, and I'm already missing her. So let me go throw my towel away, and I'll come in and start it for you guys. Oh, goodness gracious. All right. So let's close the hood here. We'll give it a try. So, grab my keys. Okay. Someone wanted a barefoot cold start, so let's do that for you. 1, 2, 3. And see how she goes. Reason why I hold it to the floor is to keep the carburetor from flooding. So let's see what happens. Give it a second. It's been about a month and a half since she was started. Give it a second. I'm going to try Jeremy's 350s technique and just let off the throttle. And I'm going to see what happens. Okay, half throttle. Close. Give it a little more. One more pump. There it goes. Ooh, she's cold. Goodness gracious, she's cold. Love the sound of that 350. Zig, 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 zig. Zig, 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 zig. Chug it, chug it, chug it. Nothing sounds like a 350, I tell you what. One of the best sounding engines ever. Even though I love Mustangs, I love the sound of old 350s. Always have. So yeah, I'll make a part 2 for the driving, but you guys will see it all in one. But I gotta let her warm up, so give me a few minutes and alrighty guys, welcome back. So I gotta wait for my dad, but we can start her back up. I had to clean my phone off because I was getting low on memory, but we'll be on our way in just a few minutes. So let's see how she does. Zoom. Like always. It's hard to stop a rocket, that's for sure. I'll put this back. Oh, you could have left that down there, but that's fine.
Bonk. Hang on a second here.
Yep.
Buckled up here.
Goodness, mine's twisted all up. Need to take some time and untangle all of these things. I don't know where everything goes, but ouch.
It bites you.
A little. I'm gonna put my
There you go.
rest up so I have at least a little bit of head protection, just in case.
You rolling?
Yep. I have air conditioning if you need it,
No, I don't need it.
or vent or whatever. I like having the windows up so it doesn't cause a lot of wind noise, yeah, so it can be heard. But that sun is mean today.
Let me know if you want my sunglasses.
I'll let you know. Yep. If I go directly into it, I might need them. Man.
No stuttering anymore.
I know, she's ready to go. Feels good to be behind the wheel of this thing again. It's like 62 degrees outside today. It's awesome.
Yes, it is.
So I planned to upload a Flight Simulator X review video of a Avaya 51, and that video will be up soon. I'm gonna try and get it uploaded either today or tomorrow, guys. So that'll be the weekly Flight Simulator X Fly With Me episode, but I wanted to go on ahead and get this old girl out and give her some exercise because the weather was just perfect for today's drive. So Yep. I see the car coming out. Okay, they're stopping. I'm watching them. That's another reason why I always drive with my lights on, so people will have an extra signal that I'm coming. Safety lights, more than anything. But I haven't driven her a whole lot, so she shouldn't need a huge amount of gas. But you know, that evaporator core that has on the tank for safety might have evaporated more gas than I thought. Tell you what, you sure do have to pull out a lot in this old car to see who's coming. But you get used to it quick. Creak. Every time it stops, it makes that crackling sound. Bonk, bonk. Alrighty, 100% gas. The reason why we use 100% gas, if you're watching for the first time, the carburetor has rubber gaskets in it, and the rubber gaskets get chewed through by the ethanol. Pull up a little more. Okay. Is that good? Yeah. So the ethanol chews through the rubber gaskets, but I'm going to show you guys the fill-up process. Let me turn my lights off to save the battery. So. Yeah, I gotta get the stay bill, my bad, sorry. So just a touch of that. I think when you opened that cap, it released the pressure. Not sure. Huh. I typically will just take it and do it upside down, and then the pipe will follow. It's a little tricky. So down it goes, and then the cap, you twist it once, half a turn, pull out, and you twist again, the cap comes off. Now there was something you showed me about the cap holder, like where you can put the cap to keep the tray down, or the tag tray down. You need to see how you do that. Ah, okay, makes sense. And then you just pour it in. Oh! And every time we fill it up, I try to put Stay-Bill in it to keep it fresh. But, yep. Once we fill it up, we just put the cap back on and call it done. But, yeah. I'm going to miss driving this car once the snow hits and everything. Today was one of the last few good days to be able to drive the 71 Olds. So, see if it takes a few gallons. Probably will. Last time I fed her, I only gave her like 3 gallons. It was like $10 worth. That was like months ago. We're already at 4 gallons. While he's filling her up, I do have a question for you guys. If you are familiar with General Motors cars of this era, do I need to replace the fuel gauge in here, or can I somehow take the gauge out and fix this? Because when the vehicle was on a hill, the cork floated to the top of the tank and it jumped the F line, and now it moves up and down on the side. But it can be very difficult at times to tell whether I've got a half a tank, a full tank, etc. So if anyone in the community that's watching my videos and have watched for the last few months, if you know how to fix that, let me know so that I can replace or repair that gauge, because I'm thinking I just need to somehow take it out of the gauge column and take it apart and reset the gauge. I don't think it's going to need to be actually replaced, but I could be wrong. So just let me know, and that would be greatly appreciated. Thanks for your help, Dad. So another viewer in my channel, he asked me, what is the difference between the brakes on an old car and ABS brakes? Well, there's a lot that goes into how a brake works, but I'll try and answer you fundamentally, give you the rundown basics of basically how a brake system works. So, on this car, it uses what's known as a pneumatic air / hydroglide braking system. So, oh, I see you coming. So what the pneumatic air system / brake or hydraulic braking system does is that when you apply the brakes, the engine produces a small vacuum on the intake line for the system. Now mine, when I first got this car, there was a bezel valve that had dry rotted and broke apart off of the master cylinder, and there was a vacuum leak. So what I had to do is I had to replace that bezel, and then it would work perfectly. So when the vacuum pulls on the bezel, it produces a vacuum which pulls the brake pads forward, or pushes it against the rotor, and it makes the vehicle stop. Now the hydraulic part basically is an added assist to help the brake pads move up, like in and out, basically like a vice grip kind of fashion. And ABS systems, what it is rather than using like this primitive pneumatic / hydraulic system, it uses an electronic sensor on each of the brake pads to send a signal to the brakes to apply pressure and release pressure systematically. Like every few seconds, it'll do a small brake release, brake release, brake release. And you might feel in a newer car the vehicle kind of shimmies when you're pressing the brake real hard. That's to keep the brakes from locking up. Early vehicles like this that have the pneumatic / hydraulic brake lines, there's no ABS or anti-lock braking assist on it. So in early days, the anti-lock braking assist was you had to pump the brake pedal repetitively to kind of keep the drums from locking. And when an ABS system goes out, like you have an ECU sensor, when that goes out, your dash will have a light that comes on that says check ABS. It doesn't mean that the system is completely out of function. It just means that one of the little sensors that tells the computer, hey, the brakes are being applied, may be dirty and need to be cleaned or replaced. So, did I explain that pretty well, of how the primitive braking versus modern brakes work?
These cars have drum brakes, they don't have disc.
Right. But that's a pretty basic run through of how a braking system works on a vehicle.
But they both use power steering.
Hydraulic pressure.
Yep.
This one uses, like I said, pneumatic and hydraulic, so it's a little bit different than a traditional braking system.
I'd say the braking systems are about the same though, overall.
Right.
Just one has the ABS.
Yeah. Idiot. I'm going over the speed limit by 5. Yep, knew that was going to happen. That's why I never rush at this traffic light, because it always changes at the last minute.
Sounds real smooth.
Oh, I know, she's purring like a kitten. You know, one thing that's nice is after I got that carburetor rebuilt, I don't have the smell of gasoline in the interior of this thing anymore. Oh, that was just like, ugh.
You better find something out this way.
Yeah, I am.
That one right there next to the pole.
Okay. That'll work.
Can't remember, everybody's out Christmas shopping.
Yeah, I know. That's scary. I'm gonna set the parking brake.
Okay.
This is an added safety. We'll see you guys when I get back. Okay guys, we are back. We got all the groceries we need. I'm gonna go in and wake her back up. Oh, come on, baby. Oh, I hate this. There we go. Come on. There we go.
Yeah, man. Merry Christmas.
Thanks. Mine.
Yeah, it was whining like crazy.
Oh, I heard it from in here.
If I were you, well,
I don't have much of an option other than to back out.
no, I'm saying back up a little bit. You do whatever you want to watch this lady.
Oh,
she's going.
Yeah, there's a, but I have a pole there and a golfing cart.
Yep, that's
This
fine.
little girl's so big. Oh, this is one reason why I hate parking at the very end.
Alright, you good?
I'm
I'm gonna roll down the window a little bit.
trailing.
Alright, go ahead and turn.
I'm turning. Okay,
You better stop.
I'm going this way. Oh, I hate that. It scares me.
Swing left a little bit, dear dude.
I am.
Okay.
That's a new turn signal. See, is it just once? I might have a blown bulb, because it's not normally that fast. Normally it's tick, 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 tick. So I might have to check my lights when I get to the house.
Yep.
Yep, I have a fast blinker. Well, guys, looks like I got another thing to fix on the Olds. Never fails. We'll check it when we get home. Typically, it's real slow. Let's see if it'll do it on this side. Huh. Blinker switch normally isn't that fast. Nice motorcycles. Got one turning in. Got two turning in. Okay. Ooh, Mercury. Did you hear him when I said mine? He was like, oh, when he heard that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I know it's about to turn, I just stop. Good old sweet 71. If his power steering pump is whining like constantly and he's already put fluid in it, he might have a bad pump.
Yep.
Because that's what Sub Highway 4's Jimmy did. No matter what he did, he had to replace the entire pump.
Okay.
It's just a small motor. It's not like, well, most cars, it's not that hard to replace. It's just time consuming. But it does depend on the car.
Yep.
But some of them are really easy to get to. You just got to know how to disconnect and drain the fluid. It's just a couple of bolts and dumping the fluid, and then you can disconnect it.
Yep.
Attach the new one, fill it up, and go. There you go. You got a good pump. No more whining. I love how this car just floats down the road.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna miss this thing once it's put away. Oh. Thanks for allowing us to get her out today, Dan.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I need to do some work on the Cushman at some point. I don't know when that's going to be, but what I'm told is we're going to probably have to rebuild the carburetor on it. So stay tuned for a possible video upload eventually, once I can find the time to dig it out and work on it. But that'll probably have to be next spring when it gets warm again, unless I can disassemble the carburetor in the garage. But we'll see what happens. $2,000 miles from having to get another oil change done. 172,000. That's when it's due, and it's 170 right now. We'll probably do it early though, so we don't drive her that much. It's so awesome. Have you noticed something? The turn signal started working right again. This car's so goofy.
Yep.
Alrighty guys, well I hope you enjoyed the last ride in the 71 Olds for 2018. Look forward to bringing her back next spring. So, see you guys in the next one. If you haven't already, be sure to smash that subscribe button and like, and I will catch you guys in the next one.